Okay, we're live. Little late, although also really early. So I imagine we're not going to have anybody in the chat for a little bit because I did say I was going to start at 3:30 and it's currently 2:45. All right, Marcus Mariota goes back, shoots, and Mike Hilton knocks it away. Almost caught by the Falcons receiver there, but not quite. Also, hi Matthew. But yes, to be clear, I was planning on doing the whole game, and then I got caught up with a lot of stuff this morning, and now I finished everything I was doing, and I'm here. My whole plan was to do the whole second half. I didn't know when it was going to start. That's why I said 3:30. But the game was going a little faster earlier in the game. Falcons are punting the ball back to the Bengals. So basically what we've seen so far is the Bengals absolutely, you want to talk about hot starts, the Bengals absolutely exploded off the gates. They got up to a 21-0 start at one point, and it was just looking like my prediction, by the way, I made that prediction before this first half, I had my template all ready to go, and I wrote down the prediction, but I didn't have everything. I obviously wasn't ready to go this morning, or at 1:00. But yeah, so my prediction was 42-24 Bengals, and it was looking for a minute like I was maybe a little too high on the Falcons because the Bengals were absolutely destroying them early on. It was like, hey, Bengals could hit 42. That's definitely a possibility. But it was kind of looking like maybe the Falcons aren't going to quite get there. And then out of nowhere, the defense fell apart and the special teams fell apart, and we ended up the Bengals only had a 28-17 lead at the half. So I mean, if the offense can stay going, it's going to be fine. But the Falcons are actually only one touchdown away from getting up to my 24-point scoreline prediction, and that. That makes me nervous because, that makes me feel like they're probably going to go higher. But then again, the Bengals have had a very good second half defense all year. So, I mean, it might be the case that they don't even make it to 24. 24. So, I haven't even checked. I've been trying to go so hard. I haven't even checked what's going on with the rest of the NFL. And, hey, what's up, Matthew? Go Patriots. Sure. They're playing the Bears on Monday Night Football tomorrow, which is like, yikes. The Bears, man, they're so bad. And the Patriots are kind of up and down. Okay. But that's not going to be a terribly interesting game. I will be streaming it. And, so you, Matthew, you may want to, show up for that one, but I'm not going to lie. It's definitely not one of the games of all time I'm looking forward to. What else is going on? The rest of the NFL, we got the Cowboys up on the Lions 10-6. That's a little surprising. Lions defense actually existing for once. Titans up on the Colts 13-0. That's not terribly surprising. Packers are struggling with the Commanders, but they're winning 14-10, which is also not surprising. All of this makes total sense, except for the next one, which is the Panthers are up 7-0 over the Buccaneers. If they can hold on and win that game. Oh, Jamar Chase is back, dude. Jamar Chase, I forgot to mention he got hurt near the end of the half, but he's back in. Let's go. So he's not severely hurt. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. He's going to throw. He's got wide open T. Higgins. T. Higgins is going to pick up about 21 yards on the catch and run. And, dude, this offense, I told you guys, this offense turned it on last week, the same time they turned it on last year. And you remember what happened in week 7 last year? They went over 40. So that's part of why I said 42 was my prediction this week, because I feel like that's what's coming. Browns are keeping it close to the Ravens. If you're a Bengals fan, you're wanting the Browns to win that game. So the fact that it's 13-10 is maybe a decent sign. All right, Joe Burrow is going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon. He's going to push forward. And, dude, Joe Mixon has really turned the corner this year. Started out, there was it wasn't so good. But, I mean, he's been averaging, over 5 yards per carry pretty much every game lately. I don't even know what he's at right now. Let's see what he's at right now. Right now, he is at 3.5 yards per carry, so that's not good. But I have seen some good stuff from him. I just, there were also some plays where he got stuffed. And then also the Giants are up on the Jaguars 13-11. And I don't even know what to make of either of those two teams right now, honestly. What's up, Ryan? What's going on, my man? All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, gets the ball off to Tyler Boyd, who is having a huge game so far, gets the first down, and then tries to go backwards, and I think ends up losing the first down after he got it. Like, and he started moving forward again, so I don't think forward progress is going to count there. Yeah, and they're calling that 3rd and 1. So that was Tyler Boyd would have done better there just to go down. Yeah, he tries to go backwards, makes a football move, and so forward progress no longer counts. So that's not good. But all right. So Joe Burrow is going to be under center, which he hasn't been doing a whole lot of lately, but let's see if it works. Hands the ball off, and it goes nowhere. So can we please stop doing that? 4th down. It's going to be 4th down and 1. I would imagine the offense is going to stay out here, and they're going to go for it because that's just what the Bengals do lately. Is especially with the offense going, you kind of want to keep that momentum. I just don't understand why they're trying to run from under center because it's never worked this year. It's been horrible. Bengals been horrible at doing that this year. 4th and 1, and let's see. Looks like they are going to go for it. So, I mean, we can have a whole discussion about whether you agree with that or not, but like at this point, I know the Bengals' tendencies. You know, it's 4th down and whatever. Joe Burrow, empty shotgun snap. Throws, finds a man, but it gets knocked away, and the Bengals are going to go 4 and out. Go 4 and out, man. That wasn't even a bad play design too. Like, I mean, you know, try to throw the ball to a guy you've been getting it to all day, and it just gets knocked away. Like, you know, single coverage, you had him open on the sideline. Like, you know, that wasn't a bad play. It just, you know, the execution didn't work out, man. Man, I don't know what our stats on 4th downs are right now this year, but they cannot be good. Let's see. 4th down conversion stats in the NFL. Team 4th down conversion percentage. Looks like the Bengals. Say Cincinnati. Bengals are one of the worst in the NFL at 28.5%. So as much as like I appreciate Zach Taylor trying to be aggressive and stuff, they're really, really bad at going forward on 4th down. So maybe we should stop. My only thing with that, I figured the Bengals would go for it. We can have the discussion of whether that's a good idea or not. We can have a discussion about whether it's a good idea to go for it on 4th down or not, because the fact of the matter is you've got the lead. Your team has been kind of falling apart over the last like 5 minutes, and suddenly it's 28-17 instead of 21-0 like it was before. So you're kind of playing with fire a little bit right now. Like, the Falcons have the momentum right now. And I know your offense is doing well, but if you give the Falcons more momentum, then if you give them like, a boost like that, then, I mean, that could be really tough on you, man, especially like with the way that the defense has looked on the last few drives. And the way that the defense has really looked all year, which is like, they have some good drives, but for the most part, they just kind of let teams do whatever they want, run all over the field. So, and the only reason they've held them to a field goal is because, they quite honestly, the Falcons ran out of time. So that's where you are with the defense right now. It's like early they were doing really well, and then just like they kind of stopped doing well. They just kind of started being terrible. So I don't really understand. I understand why they went for it on 4th down there. I don't necessarily agree with it in this particular case, though, because it's just like, you're playing with fire, and like, the Falcons have all the momentum right now. So you don't want to lose that. Go get a few points. And as I say that, you get a great play there. Von Bell gets in the backfield on a toss run play, and he brings him down, gets him about 6 yards deep, and then ends up being dragged. So it's only about a 3-yard loss, but it's still a loss. I mean, like, just you wish he had a little bit better of an angle on that. Maybe he could have dragged him down earlier. But hey, a 3-yard loss is a 3-yard loss. Let's take that. All right, and I will get to y'all's comments here in a second. But the action is going really fast right now, so we'll get here in a minute. Marcus Mariota's motioning man out of the backfield. He is empty in shotgun now. And he takes the snap. Got a little bit of pressure. Trey Hendrickson brings him down. That's a sack. So that's 2 plays in a row. The Bengals defense has made him go backwards. And so, I didn't challenge the Bengals defense. I did, but I'm sure none of them are listening to me right now. But I mentioned, I'm like when I point out flaws in the Bengals at any point or any team really, when I point out flaws, it's not me trying to be negative and terrible. It's me trying to challenge them. Like, hey, I'm noticing these bad things that you're doing. That's what any coach would do. That's, people watch film regardless of whether you're good or not, right? So, all right, Marcus Mariota is going to fake the handoff from under center, and he's going to try to run for it. I can't imagine. No, he's not going to get it. Bengals gave him a few more yards than I would have hoped for on that, but Bengals defense holds, man. So that's how you slow down the Falcons' momentum. So, so the decision to go for it on 4th down that didn't work out ends up not being like the worst thing in the world. Ends up not being the worst thing in the world because the defense does hold. It's just you kind of wonder if this game ends up close later this game ends up being close later on. You just wonder, would the extra 3 points have been, the difference? All right. Falcons punting the ball back to the Bengals. It's going to be fair caught by Trent Taylor, and it's muffed, but running into the kicker as well. Bengals recover the muff, but it was muffed because Trent Taylor, there's going to be fair catch interference there. There's a Falcons player who's down, by the way. He's grabbing his leg. And this field is murdering people right now. Like Jamar Chase pulled something before the end of the half. It seems due to some sort of issue with the field, like he didn't get contacted. And now there's another player who's down. Let's see what happens. But number 28 there definitely made some contact. So doesn't matter ultimately because the Bengals did recover the fumble, but gives the Bengals a few extra yards. So, you'll take that, especially, with the offense being fairly explosive right now. You give them some extra yards, give them a short field, and hopefully you can really do something with that on offense. All right. So I'm going to catch up with the comments now here. Bengals are trash. Fuck off, Matthew. I'm sorry. Fuck off, Matthew. Bengals are trash. You troll. I know what you're doing, but you troll. Bengals going to lose 28-100. Like, bro, stop it. That's not good. Make a field goal, take points next time. I agree. See, the thing is, I understand why Zach Taylor goes for it, but the fact of the matter is you have a 28% conversion rate on 4th down. So maybe we should stop going for it on 4th down. Especially with all the games that we've lost on, by last second field goals. Imagine if the Bengals had just taken the field goals this year, they'd be they might be undefeated. Well, no, they wouldn't be undefeated because you could maybe argue that the Ravens game, but they could arguably be undefeated right now if they just took the field goals instead of going for it on 4th down. The way this game is going, I don't think it's going to become an issue, and that might have been why Zach Taylor decided to go for it there. Although, again, the tendencies at this point are the tendencies at this point are what they are. It is your birthday in 2 days, Matthew, and I said when I'm in a better mood that I will honor your request. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I forget the rest of the lyrics, but it's your birthday, yay. Happy birthday, Matthew. Okay, so that's all you're getting out of me. Bengals are trash, just fuck off, Matthew. You idiot. All right. So the Bengals defense holds, and that's really, really big. And then the special teams lucks out. The special teams didn't really do anything, but they kind of lucked out with that penalty. And it was a penalty, but they lucked out that a penalty happened, right? So let's see. Yeah, he definitely runs into Trent Taylor, man. You can't do that. Yeah, he made contact with his arms, and that's why he wasn't able to catch the punt. So that's basically what happened here. But all right, so you got 38 yards, or at the 38-yard line, sorry. Joe Burrow's going to dump it off to Hayden Hurst, I believe. and that's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. Shut up, Matthew. Oh, boy. All right. It's going to be, it's a 5-yard pickup, actually. I'll take it either way. 5 yards constantly. Talk, that's all you do. Fuck off. I know you're only 10. That's why, yeah, I know you're only 10, buddy. I thought you were 11. Oh, and then right, your birthday's in 2 days, right? You're almost 11, though. All right, Joe Burrow. Got a man to his right. Throws to Jamar Chase real quick. Runs real slow. I think he was trying to find an angle, couldn't find it. Does pick up a couple yards, but doesn't get the first down. Probably, I feel like he could have. Your prediction is 42-24 Bengals. Okay, so that's the third week in a row you've had the exact same prediction as me, Matthew. I'm going to call something fishy on this one. I think there may be a bit of influence going on, at the very least, with this prediction. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. Joe Burrow's in the shotgun formation, which I really like to see. Like, I don't understand, stop going under center, especially if you're going to run the ball. They're not running the ball here. There's a flag. I think it's going to be false start. There's a timeout. Bengals took a timeout. That's weird. I already sang happy birthday to you, Matthew. I'm not doing it again. And also, please, for the love of God, stop calling me daddy. I'm gonna ban you from my channel if you don't stop doing that. Like, legitimately, don't do that. You're 11. That's not okay. I think Joe Burrow will be in the shotgun formation and false start. But like the fall will start? You're going to have to clarify that one. All right, Joe Burrow's in the empty formation after the timeouts. 3rd and 1 from the 48-yard line. High snap, and I think it's going to be a free play. I think the Falcons jumped off sides. It's intercepted. It's intercepted, but I think this one's coming back because I think there's an offsides on the play. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it could be something. It could be on the Bengals, but I think it's offsides. I think that was a free play. I think that's part of why. That is part of why I think he took the shot there, because he knew it was offsides. Yep, offsides on the defense. So that's going to be a first down for the Bengals, and it's going to. I think that's why Joe Burrow threw such a dangerous pass, because he's like, let's see if I can make something crazy happen. But yeah, the Falcons jumped off sides there. That was the nose tackle, number 93. I don't have the rosters up. Number 98, sorry. Nose tackle who jumped off sides. Don't have the rosters in front of me right now, so, I mean, I had to scramble to get going. So shotgun formation once again. I like to see more of that. He's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, and he's going to fall forward for about a yard and a half. And the Bengals have done a lot, like a lot of plays. It's a lot of hard work so far on this drive for like 10 yards so far, maybe 15. No, not my dad, you weirdo. Okay, cool. So stop calling me that. Happy birthday to your dad, then. Think it will be an interception, but offsides. Yep, that is what it was. All right, Joe Burrow was in the empty formation. Going to roll back. Good protection. Throws. Oh, my God, he caught that. Great catch by Tyler Boyd. That was behind him. He had to, like, release from the coverage and, turn back around and jump and catch that. And he got it, dude. Tyler Boyd is having himself a game today, man. Tyler Boyd. That's why they say the Bengals have 3 number 1 receivers, because Tyler Boyd, he does stuff like that. And, if Cooper Kupp was a number 1 wide receiver primarily playing out of the slot, then Tyler Boyd can't be too. Because Allen Robinson ain't their number 1. All right, man. Ooh, good to see Jamar Chase back in the game too. That's huge. Joe Burrow is going to take the shotgun snap. He throws. T. Higgins right up the middle. I don't think he quite gets it, but he dives. He gets across the line. And the Falcons go to try to recover what he called a fumble, but if it had been a fumble, it would have been, I think, a touchdown anyway. But I don't think he got quite that far. I think his knee comes down. Yeah, okay, sorry, his hip comes down. I think he's an inch short of the goal line. All right, Joe Burrow, quick snap to the point where the TV didn't even get the beginning of the snap, and he throws, it's batted away. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. I would like run the ball, like honestly, like I would have run the ball on 1st down. I would have run the ball on 1st down, and then maybe you play action on 2nd down, and then try to like make it all happen on 3rd down. But I would like run the first play. I wouldn't necessarily throw. Whatever. I guess you're at where you're at, offensive line wise. So I guess it is what it is. Yeah. All right, Joe Burrow's going to sneak for the touchdown. He's got it. Quarterback sneak, and he's got it. So I think personally, like the way I would have done it was the run play on the first play and the play action on the 2nd play. But you know what? They get in the end zone anyway, so it's going to be 35-17 after the extra point. I will take that all day long. His name's Higgins, first of all. Are you my bro? I'm not your brother. I don't know you. You're a loyal subscriber of my channel, so bros in that way, I guess. But I know what you're doing. I just don't know what exactly you're trying to ask there. All right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put up the banner for this game so we know exactly what's going on. Because Jacob Conley requested that on the last thing, and it seemed to work out pretty well, except I was bad at keeping up with it. So I'm going to go ahead and make up the banner here. All right. Whole lot of standing around going for the Bengals. Don't know why they just don't go ahead and do the extra point here. All right, they are lining up now. All right, Evan McPherson is lining up with Kevin Huber holding, and you've got Cal Adamitis is the long snapper. Man, Clark Harris must be like really hurt because like it's been like 6 weeks now. All right, extra points up. It's 35-17 Bengals. So there we go, 35-17 Bengals. And just a reminder, this is where you can find me like on the internet. Hold on. How do I? Man, I have terrible depth perception on this. This is where you can find me. Otherwise, at Kyle Phelps 92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/The Phelps, the Battle of Ohio podcast, which is on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, Bengals ATB, atbnetwork.com. At the very least, you're going to find my podcast there. I haven't been doing a lot of writing there lately, but I've just been so busy with other stuff. But I might do it again at some point, and I'm going to advertise them anyway because ATB Network is who is being nice enough to lend me let me use their StreamYard platform. So like, even if I'm not writing there right now, I'll still advertise their platform. Right. So, all right, now that that's out of the way, we're going to put the banner up. It's 35-17 Bengals. And we are, let's see. We are a touchdown each away from getting the final score. So the ratio right now is I'm right on the ratio of the scoreline. If each team can get one more touchdown and then nothing else the rest of the game, then my score prediction will be 100% accurate. What is going on with this group chat? McPherson fucked Zach's wife or something, and that's how he's repaying him. What? Oh, because of the special teams issues earlier, I think. Yeah, a lot of people have issues with these streams just in general. Like, people don't realize that broadcasts of NFL games don't necessarily come in at the same time. It was never an issue until streaming started becoming a thing, and you started noticing, like, while you're like on like, like group messages with your friends, or you're watching like a streamer like me or Tom Grossi or Brandon Perna, or I think She's Got Sports does streaming too. But people didn't start noticing how different the feeds were until that. So my feed this year appears to be really good. But in the past, I've always been the one who's like 20 seconds behind everybody. I'm glad now that I've started streaming like more consistently, it seems to have fixed itself. But who knows? Maybe next year it'll be a problem. Boyd is insane and Burrow's putting on a clinic. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Matthew, you're so weird. Okay, bro. Thank you, bro. You're the man, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Mine will be due, bro. Okay. You're so weird, dude. But, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. We're having fun. That's what this is for, right? We're having fun on the stream. All right. Evan McPherson's going to kick it through the end zone. And that is the Falcons will take over at the 25-yard line. To be honest, what I am rooting for right now, is, I'm obviously like my ultimate rooting for interest here is the Bengals to win. Duh. So, I don't really care what the scoreline is if the Bengals win. But considering the Bengals are in control of the game, I'm just rooting for my scoreline to be accurate. All right. Marcus Mariota is going to line up under center. I have a feeling this is going to be a running play. Yep, it is. And he trips and falls. I think he dives forward and gets about 8 yards on the pickup, but he still tripped, and he's mad at himself too. That's Tyler Huntley on the run. And while I have a little bit of a break in the action, I'm going to bring up the Falcons roster. Obviously, don't need to bring up the Bengals roster. I'm like, I have nightmares in my sleep about the Bengals roster, and not because it's a bad roster, just because I'm so intimately familiar with the roster because I do so much content about them. But the Falcons roster, I don't know necessarily based on just the numbers, right? I know the people, but not necessarily could see them easily with what number they're wearing. All right, Mariota's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to get it out to number 17, who is Olamide Zaccheaus. What a name! Not terribly happy with the result of that play. It's a 12-yard pickup for the Falcons, and Bengals defense is not exactly looking like the elite unit that they sometimes get purported to be. But like I also said, I'm also rooting for the 42-24 scoreline here, right? Really, honestly, as long as the Bengals win, I don't care that much. But still, I'm rooting for my scoreline. All right, Marcus Mariota is going to hand the ball off this time. He's going nowhere with that. He is going nowhere with that. That was Caleb Huntley, I believe, on the run. Had a fullback motion out, but he decided to not go that direction, just ran into a wall of Bengals. So, that was good. That was a good play by the Bengals, but it was probably also a bad play, poor vision there by Tyler Huntley. Matthew, you are very strange, my friend. Bro, you're strange, bro. All right. This is a weird formation. Does it count as a pistol formation if you have two fullbacks? I don't know. Anyway, Marcus Mariota is going to give up on what was supposed to be a play action pass and tries to run, only picks up about a yard. So Bengals defense is starting to kind of tighten down here. That's what you like to see, man. Like I said, I'm kind of like, as long as the Bengals win, I kind of want the Falcons to get one more touchdown. But I kind of don't want them to get it right now, though, because if they get it now, the Bengals are going to have to shut them out for the rest of the game, which they can do, but it just seems, much more likely that my scoreline is going to happen if, they wait until midway through the fourth quarter to get that other score. Oh God, Trey Hendrickson's down. Oh no. And he's down. He's down and he's laying on the ground and being it might be a concussion or something like that. I don't know, but he is not. The Bengals medical staff is all around him right now. That's concerning. That is very concerning. I believe Joseph Osai would be the backup, and Osai is a good player, so it's not the end of the world from like a strategic standpoint, but I mean, man, Trey Hendrickson is so impactful. Like as much potential as Joseph Osai has, he's not quite he's not the same player as Trey Hendrickson. So, and man, I hope he's okay for his own sake, but also because like we need him, man. Brian, hi, bro. I don't know who you are, Brian, but I see you're on the Matthew train here with this whole bro thing. Are you our bros? Half the time when I'm reading your comments, Matthew, I feel like I'm having a stroke. Trey Hendrickson walking off the field, so I think it might be a concussion issue. But he's walking off the field. He looks fine. Bros. Speaking of, yeah, I know, man. I mean, he might be okay because he walked off the field, but he also looked like he was walking toward the locker room. So he is walking toward the locker room. So we'll see. Facts. What on earth? Brian, I don't know if you're subscribed to the channel, but if you are, if you aren't, welcome, and feel free to subscribe. If you are, welcome back. We're watching Bengals Falcons here, and we are currently 35-17. So 35-17 ball game. At this point, I'm just rooting for my scoreline to be accurate. All right, Marcus Mariota is going to take the shotgun snap, and he is swallowed up, regardless of Trey Hendrickson being in there. Sam Hubbard comes down with the sack, and I was right. That is Joseph Osai who's in there in relief of Trey Hendrickson. But Bengals defensive line getting it done even without their star pass rusher, so you'll love to see that. Yeah, there you go, Brian. New sub. Let's go. Let's go. Tell everybody about the channel, man. We're coming up soon. We're coming up lately, and we put out content. It's a punt, by the way. We put out content 5 days a week. I'm trying to get to 6. I don't do content on, on Fridays and Saturdays. Obviously, on Sundays I do a bunch of streams, so I count that as content. But like video wise, we put out content. Like I do a Bengals reaction video on like the day after the game. I do a power rankings episode on either Tuesday or Wednesday. It really just kind of depends on. I might start doing. I've been doing Tuesday lately, and I like that better just because like it comes out right as soon as the action's over. And then we have a Battle of Ohio podcast clip that we put out every week. Might try to get back to doing 2. Not entirely sure how that's going to work. But yeah, man, that's what we do here. You are very much welcome. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. He's going to have pretty decent protection. Pocket kind of collapses, but not really, which is weird. He steps up in the pocket, gets it to Tyler Boyd for about an 8-yard pickup. 9-yard pickup, actually. So for once, the TV and the refs actually were giving the Bengals more than I thought that they were going to get. Hope Hendrickson's a speedy recovery. He looked like he's going to be all right, man. Hendrickson, it looks like he's going to be okay, but I mean, can't really speculate on something you don't really know much about. But yeah, hopefully, I really, really, really would hate to lose Trey Hendrickson. All right, Joe Burrow is going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon. He's not going to get much, but it's going to be enough for a first down. So that's what you like to see. By the way, when I clap like here, when I do that, is that like really loud and obnoxious for you guys? Because that's like right near my microphone, and I know I have a pretty loud clap. So is that causing audio issues? Because if not, I'll clap over here. Okay, I'm just gonna let you guys have your conversation here. If you got something to say to me or about the game or whatever, I'll put you up on the screen. But I don't want to invade your conversation. So Joe Burrow is going to take the shotgun snap, and that time Lyle Collins gets beat, and he's going to take a sack. So that's not good. I think that was Lyle Collins who got beat anyway. Let's see. Collins, yeah, he 51 there came really kind of fast on the side, and Lyle Collins did not have a good angle for it. D'Angelo Malone came really fast on the side, and Lyle Collins was just not ready for it. Tried to push him, but didn't really get good on him at all. So Joe Burrow goes down with a sack. That sucks. Lyle Collins, man, I'll tell you one thing. Lyle Collins is, I he's really good, and he has been really good at certain points this year. But he's also been like, it's been an adjustment for him. He's not perfect. He has some plays that are really bad. So I mean, like he's not back to the level of like an elite right tackle that we thought we were getting with La'el Collins. He hasn't ever really gotten to that point, which would basically require him to be more consistently good all the time. But I mean, he has been getting better. It hasn't been a train wreck this whole time. So, he's been earning his, contract, which, I mean, he there was a lot of fanfare, but if you recall, he also got a fairly team friendly contract. So, I'm fairly happy with what we've gotten so far out of him. Obviously not early on, but what we've gotten lately out of him. Plays like that you don't want to see, but like, I mean, unless you have like, the elite, everybody except for like the really elite linemen are going to have plays like that. Terrible angle though. You got to do better than that. And maybe he will, but right now he's not. All right. The rest of the NFL, let's see. Anything new, interesting happening? Titans are starting to pull away. Commanders are on top of the Packers, bro. Oh man, that's gonna be interesting. As many of you know, I'm a big Tom Grossi fan, and as many of you know, I'm a big Tom Grossi fan, and so if the Packers lose to the Commanders, it's gonna be that's gonna be a scary reaction video that's gonna happen there. Panthers are way on top of the Buccaneers. So maybe the Buccaneers are just not all that good. Like the Steelers beat them last week and the Panthers beat them this week. I think maybe the Buccaneers just might not be like Super Bowl contenders anymore. Ravens are starting to pull away from the Browns, so that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see. Oh, well. Can I get my son to do the Mickey Mouse sound? I said I would. I did say I would. He's not here right now. He is out in Montgomery about a half hour from here. Well, no, he's in Monroe, right? Not Monroe. What's it called? Why can't I name? I can't. Milford. He's in Milford. He's in Milford right now, which is about a 45-minute drive. So even if I were to go get him right now, I wouldn't get back until the end of the game. So well after the end of the game, actually. But he will be back. Like when I do my Thursday stream, he'll be on there. So I'll have him do that. Oh, no. You're talking about my others. You're talking about the 17-year-old. Yeah, no, he's at work. He's at work. So next time he is actually at the house with me. I'll see if I can get him to come do that. But I also can't promise that he will do it because like I don't know if he's going to want to come on in front of camera. But I mean, I'll ask him for sure. The Packers lose to the Commanders, it's Armageddon. For Packers fans, it really is. The 7-year-old doesn't really do a very good Mickey Mouse impression. The 17-year-old is the one who does a really good one. All right, Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Terrible protection. He's out of it, though, and he's going to throw it away. But great, amazing job there by Burrow to get out of all the pressure. He has to throw it away, and now it's going to be 4th and 11, but at least doesn't take a sack. So the protection has not been so great the last couple of plays. That one was... And once again, that looked like it was a lot of La'el Collins not really knowing what's going on. But Alex Kappa also was not protecting very well on that play. Yeah, the 17-year-old. So next time he's here at the same time that I'm streaming, we'll do it. It's just a lot of the time he works second shift. So I mean, a lot of the times, like sometimes he's here on Sundays. Normally, I don't recall him working a lot on Sundays, like early. So I mean, like maybe if I can actually get on, like for the first half of a game, I can get him to come on and do that. Like early on in like a 1 p.m. game, I can get him to come on and do that. But again, it's still a maybe because I just don't know if he's going to actually do it. I can't make him do it. All right. So that was not the best way to end. It's not the best way to end as far as that offensive drive was going. But, hey, maybe the defense can come through again. All right. Marcus Mariota is going to hand the ball off to Tyler Algier, I believe. And he's going to move forward for about 7 yards on the play. That was Tyler Algier. Got a spammer. I'm going to go ahead and block them now. Yep. I should pay him. I don't have any money to pay him. Like, I don't make any money off of this channel. I'm hoping to one day, but I don't right now. All right, Marcus Mariota, shotgun formation. He's going to hand the ball off again to Tyler Algier. This time the Bengals are all over that one. They get him in the backfield, I think for about a half-yard loss, but still a loss. You like to see that. Self-find pro. That's not what it said. That's not what it said, but I blocked it anyway. All right. Marcus Mariota is going to hand the ball off. Sorry, that was a replay. Ignore me. I do have a wife. She's here. I don't think she wants to come in front of camera though. She's real nervous about stuff like that. But I do have a wife, and she's over there. She's also recovering from surgery right now, so she's not doing so hot. I mean, she's gonna be okay, but you know, she's recovering. All right, Marcus Mariota is going to dump it off for about a 5-yard gain there, but it's going to be enough for a first down. So Bengals defense got to put on the clamps a little bit better than that. All right. And that was Kyle Pitts on the reception, I believe. That was the guy. I actually wanted the Bengals to get him over Jamar Chase in the draft. Now, obviously, Jamar Chase ended up being the best possible pick you could have made because of everything that he's done since then. But, you know, the problem is Pitts was off the board before we picked anyway, so couldn't have gotten him. All right, Marcus Mariota is going to hand off to Tyler Algier. He's going to pick up about 3.5 on the gain. Bengals defense doing a good job on that play of stuff in the run. But, yeah, 2nd and 7. It is 2nd and 7 for the Cincinnati Bengals. Just need one more touchdown from each team. That's all I want. If the Bengals could go ahead and stop them from scoring here, like, you know, get a punt, and then, you know, let them score some, like, you know, with like 5 minutes left or something like that. Marcus Mariota, shotgun snap. Can't find anybody to go to. Great protection. Eventually gets the ball off, and you had somebody on his ass about to go get him, but he does get the ball off and just kind of throws it away. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. Good play. Would you go on the app and have a wife while you're cheating on what? Cheating on her with YouTube? What? Or are you talking about that bot from earlier? I don't know. Go Patriots. Another person with the Go Patriots. We're not streaming the Patriots. We will on Monday. Y'all can come and watch the Patriots on Monday. By the way, Pob42. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and we put content out constantly. It's a Bengals channel, but we cover the whole NFL a lot too. All right, Marcus Mariota is going to throw over the middle of the field with good protection, and it is caught by Olamide Zaccheaus again. So I'm getting to find out how to pronounce his name today a lot. You know, we're Patriots are Patriots fans are welcome on my channel, man. Never had a problem with the Patriots. I enjoyed their dynasty personally. The only time it ever kind of got on my nerves was that whole like on the Cincinnati thing, and that was annoying for me. But outside of that, I've never had a problem with the Patriots. All right, Marcus Mariota is going to hand the ball off this time to a different running back who picks up about 3 yards on the play. Avery Williams with the run. I don't know, they're giving him 4. So I guess 4 yards on the play. I'd like to see him do a little bit better than that. Clapping is fine. You talking about my clap like here? Like if I clap here, it's fine? All right, Marcus Mariota is going to fake the handoff. It's going to be a whiff by Von Bell, who had him in the backfield, and Marcus Mariota escapes from that. Doesn't pick up much, but, you know, doesn't get taken down in the backfield, which would have been huge. Clap me. Stop. Matthew, you're weird, dude. You're weird. All right. Mariota in the shotgun formation. Maybe. He's audibling to – no, he's going to stay in shotgun. But he is audibling. He's talking to his line. It's 3rd and 5. If the Bengals can get off the field here, that'd be really, really big. And there we go. That's a sack. Joseph Osai. Takes a while to bring him down, but does bring him down. And even without Trey Hendrickson, man, they're doing good. They are doing good, even if Trey Hendrickson isn't on the field. So this pass rush, man, like, good, very, very, very good. You're seeing a lot of good stuff happening here. So that's going to force the Falcons to punt. Offense is going to get another opportunity to go out there and get some more points, which, like I said, I just want 7 more points from each team. That's all I want. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a long, sustained drive here on offense that ends in a touchdown. And then, the Falcons can score on their next drive, and then the Bengals run the clock out on the drive after that. That's what I want to see. Oh, really, really rough punt there from a Bengals perspective. Trent Taylor, I don't think even knew where the ball was. It bounces at like the 3-yard line and then takes a Falcons favorable bounce. I mean, I guess technically a Bengals favorable bounce because it ends up being down to the 5-yard line, but it's favorable for the Falcons because it didn't go into the end zone for a touchback. So that's preferable if you are the Falcons. Bengals are going to have to start the ball. Roughing the kicker on the Bengals? Oh, crap. Bengals got a roughing the kicker call, and or was it running into the kicker? I think it was roughing. Because if it's roughing, then that's a first down. Crap. Dude, the special teams today, man. Unnecessary roughness enforced at the Bengals 5 on Clay Johnston. God, come on, man. Bro, the Patriots clapped the Browns. They did, man. Like, the Browns didn't stand a chance in that game. That was rather fun to see for all the Browns fans who were like, we're going to get, like, Deshaun Watson back, and he's going to be, like, we're going to be playoff ready when he comes. And then, like, and so it's just like, no, the Browns screwed themselves this year. Like, the Browns screwed themselves this year by trading for Deshaun. They're hoping that he comes back and he's really good long term. But I think it's going to take maybe not a whole year, but it's going to take some time for Deshaun Watson to adjust. So, I mean, I guess hopefully you get it out of the way this year and you come back next year and Deshaun Watson's good. But, I mean, you're just taking a hell of a risk on, more stuff not popping up. And then, obviously, there was another person who came forward in the Deshaun Watson case. So, I mean, I don't know what the Browns were thinking going for him, man. Like, I mean, I guess I know what they were thinking. But, I mean, you had Baker Mayfield, which, I mean, who wasn't, like, amazing. But, I mean, he has been mostly good for the Browns. He had a bad, year because he got hurt. But, I mean, in general, like, if it's Deshaun Watson or Baker Mayfield, I think you're potentially sandbagging your team worse with Deshaun Watson. So, I mean, I think, like, I get why, like, the Panthers went for him, right? I get why the Falcons went for him, right? Like, I get why the Saints went for him. I get why the whole NFC South went for him. I get why certain teams went for Deshaun Watson because it's like you don't have anything at quarterback and you need to take a chance and go see what you could do. The Browns had a quarterback. All they had to do was pay him, and he probably didn't need. He probably didn't. He wasn't going to be asking for like a Lamar Jackson level contract, right? Because he didn't really earn that. So, I mean, you had a quarterback. All you had to do was pay him like normal quarterback money, and you can just keep kind of building around him. But instead, you throw your entire future into Deshaun Watson working out, and now your defense sucks. So it's like, how are you going to rebuild that defense now that, like, Deshaun Watson, like, you had to, like, pay an arm and a leg just to get Deshaun Watson, both with money and draft picks. Anyway, Joe Burrow is going to come under center, and it hands the ball off, and once again, nothing happens. The whole under center run thing is not working. I understand why they're doing it here because, like, from a shotgun formation, that could potentially result in a safety, which would kind of suck. Dude, here's the thing, man. Like, a long, sustained drive here is possible because, I mean, if they can get a first down, then, I mean, they can run that clock. They can go get that 42 points, and then the Falcons maybe go get a touchdown, and it's okay. All right. Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, who does find a hole this time. About a 6-yard pickup on the play. And I believe that one was out of that one was also out of being under center, not shotgun. So I guess that one worked out. Hope Deshaun doesn't get good on us. I don't think he will. I think it'll take. It's going to be an adjustment period for Deshaun, right? Like, I mean, he might be. I think he'll be good. He'll be starting to kind of come into his own by like week 16 or 17 or something like that. But the Bengals play him like it's like the second to last or second to first game he's back, right? I think he's a Falcons player down on the field, by the way. But second to last game or second to first game that Deshaun Watson comes back is against the Bengals, isn't it? And it is, yeah. Yeah. So he comes back week 11 against the Texans and then against the Bengals week 12. And those are 2 road games in a row. So, I mean, I'm thinking maybe Deshaun Watson starts turning it on like maybe week 17 against, or maybe week 16 against the Saints, week 17 against the Commanders. That might be when he kind of starts coming into a rhythm. But like Texans, Bengals, Ravens, I think all of those are going to be losses for Watson. Like I don't think that's going to be, like Browns fans are hoping, we'll go 6-0 at the end, like when Deshaun Watson comes back. And like, that ain't happening, dude. You might get Watson like doing well at some point, but not enough for y'all to make the playoffs. It's not going to happen, especially now with, the Browns kind of like losing a lot of games that, they probably should have won. Man. All right. So Bengals are fully in control of this game. We got 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. The Bengals have a 17-point lead. So, I mean, I don't want to say it's like over yet, but because man, like I got to knock on wood real quick. Like, I got to knock on wood real quick because, like, it is the Bengals. It's never over till it's over. But a 17-point lead with 8 minutes left to go. Like, I mean, I saw them blow something like that with like 11 minutes left to go against the Jets, but not 8. So, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully the offense can go get that 42-point mark that I was saying. Hopefully they can go get that, and then if they do, I hope that the Falcons get another touchdown. That would be kind of cool. I know it wouldn't be like great for the defense's stats and whatever, but I really don't think they care as long as they get the win. And you've seen them play like that a lot this year. Like, they're really trying to go for the win. It hasn't always worked out, obviously, as we're 3-3. But they're more focused on making sure that you don't score than they are and worrying about if you get down the field or not, which gets in the way when you're trying to prevent a field goal at the end of the game. But all right, we're back to the game, and Joe Burrow is in shotgun formation, taking his sweet time, empty formation, by the way. So this is probably going to be a passing play unless Joe Burrow magically decides to run it, which he's not. And he gets a man. He's got a first down to T. Higgins, who gets to the outside a little bit, gets a little past the 20-yard line up to about the 22. That's going to be a first down for the Bengals. Like I said, just march down the field. First down. Don't worry about big old shot plays because we don't the more clock we can run out, the more we can just be, certain that the Falcons aren't going to have enough time to come back, right? The more we can just drain that clock. That's what you want to see, right? That is what you want to see. You want to see the Bengals drain that clock right now and cap it off with a touchdown for sure. But, don't just, have a big, I mean, if somebody gets free, they're going to just keep running and that's just what's going to happen. And that's fine, whatever. But all right, Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon. I like that. From the shotgun formation, and surprise, surprise, it's about a 5-yard pickup. So that worked. That worked. All right, 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5, we are going to be, after this play, we're going to be under 6 minutes left to play. Right now, we're just over with 6:02, 6:01, 6:0. All right, now we're under 6 minutes left to play. Joe Burrow is going to motion Mitchell Wilcox, who was out wide for some reason, but he's going to motion him inside. Going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon. Doesn't get much on that one. It's about a 2.5-yard pickup. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3. They're calling it 4. I don't agree with that. I think that's 3rd and 3. I don't know if the refs gave him a bad spot, but I think that's 3rd and 3. All right. Falcons took their first time out, which you pretty much have to right now. You're down 17 points, and the Bengals are keen totally just to let the clock run. Like, they're just like, hey, man, 2.5-yard pickup, whatever. We're keeping the clock running, or you're going to take one of your timeouts. So, yep, that works. That's fine. Now, I'd like to see him get a first down here. Like I said, just keep that drive going. Honestly, with I think it's probably not going to happen now. My score line, because we got 5:43 left, with the pace of this game and the fact that the Bengals are pretty much just going to run out the clock, I don't think they're going to go for a touchdown. So with the pace of this game, I don't think we're going to get my 42-24 prediction. But Joe Burrow's going to keep it himself this time, and nobody's there for him. And he gets to the outside, gets down to about the 50-yard line, so picks up about 20 on the quarterback, the designed run. And you don't see Joe Burrow doing that very much, where it's just like it's not like he like breaks the script and then goes and runs. It was designed as a run for him, and he's no Lamar Jackson, he's no Josh Allen, but he's got good vision, he's smart, and he does a great job using Ted Karras there as a lead blocker. So I mean, he's not the fastest, but he does have good vision. Hi, Matthew. What's going on? All right. Bengals draining that clock. Handball off. Joe Mixon got a hole. And he dives, and he's down about the 40-yard line. Bengals are draining that clock. So like I said, if we're going to get the score line that I'm thinking, if we're going to get the score line that I think is going to that I predicted, Bengals have to score on this drive. And then I would imagine that would actually be a pretty likely scenario that the Falcons would score on the next drive, because I could see the defense playing really soft, and then just making the Falcons drain the clock, and then if they get a touchdown, whatever, just make them drain the clock, because Lou Anarumo does that a lot. Patriots are going to clap the Patriots in Week 16. I don't think that's possible, or you think they're just going to lose because they shoot themselves in the foot? I don't know. I don't even know who are the Patriots playing Week 16. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, throws, and it's barely caught by Jamar Chase. Only a 5-yard pickup, but almost dropped it, caught it by his fingertips. So, never giving up on the play. That's what you like to see. Browns are starting to come back. It's 20-23 now, and they have the ball. So the Browns could actually go, let's see, what is going on in that? What's going on? Oh, Lamar Jackson fumbled. Oh, no, Justice Hill fumbled. Okay. I thought it was Lamar Jackson who fumbled. Whatever. All right. So Browns have the ball then at the Browns are going to have the ball at the 16-yard line. All right. Joe Burrow is going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, and he's not going to get much. He's going to fight forward and plow forward, man. It refuses to go down. It only picks up 3 yards, but I didn't think he was going to get any. Jacoby Brissett, pass incomplete, short right to Nick Chubb. So I'm actually going to put that game on, right? We're going to watch the Bengals game, but we're going to primarily watch the Bengals game. But just for the sake of general interest, I'm going to put that Browns game kind of on here on the side. And, if anything interesting happens, I'll let y'all know. But we're still watching Bengals Falcons, down to the wire. We're not switching over. I'm not, but I'm going to bring up Browns Ravens here just to kind of see what's going on. And by the way, if I don't respond to the messages really quickly, it's because I only have 2 screens, but I have 3 things I'm trying to pay attention to. So, but I will try to keep up with the comments. All right, Browns, if they get a field goal, then they can tie the game, and if they run out the clock, then they can send it to overtime. So they are at the 21-yard line. He's got 3rd and 5. Jacoby Brissett drops back. He throws, tries to go for it all, and it's caught all the way down the sideline. Joe Burrow drops back to pass, throws, and that's caught. Jamar Chase, first down. First downs on both teams that I'm rooting for right now. Like I've said all week, I'm a Browns fan this week. I mean, I'm a Bengals fan, but my second favorite team this week is the Cleveland Browns, because I would like the Ravens to lose. I believe that was Donovan Peoples-Jones on the big 25-yard catch, though. Jacoby Brissett goes for it all, man. That was a risk, but he got it. All right, and Jamar Chase with the first down grab, a much less like exciting first down grab. But again, we are primarily paying attention to that game. Jacoby Brissett's going to toss to his tight end on that play and not pick up much. Joe Burrow is going to fake the handoff to Joe Mixon, dumps it off short to Mitch Wilcox, and he catches it, gets about a 6-yard pickup on the play. So the Bengals offense is moving, is draining that clock. That's what you like to see. But let's drain that clock, go get a touchdown, and then let the Falcons, let the Falcons get a touchdown. Why not? That'd be good for my scoreline prediction. That'd be cool. I'm being a little selfish with that, but I don't think there's anything wrong with. Like, I know they're gonna win. They got a 17-point lead with 3 minutes left in the ball game. The Bengals are gonna win. So maybe I can just root for them to win by the exact thing I was hoping for. All right, Jacoby Brissett motions a man to his right. Almost offsides there on the Ravens. All right, Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Throws the ball, gets caught by T. Higgins, who gets out of bounds. So they're not draining the clock there, but it works out. Jacoby Brissett's going to fire and send it to number 18, who I don't know who that is because I don't have my roster up for that game. And he's not turning around, so I can't see the back of his jersey. But either way, it's caught for a first down. So Browns might go outright and get a touchdown here. If they can do that, just drain that clock, man. Like, stop getting out of bounds. That's kind of what I'm saying here. Stop getting out of bounds. The Browns can get a touchdown here, then the Ravens have to get a touchdown to avoid losing. Because, a field goal means the Ravens can do whatever they want, but a touchdown means that the Browns will have a 4-point lead if they make the extra point. All right. They're calling that incomplete by Jamar Chase because he bobbled it. Weird. All right, so Jacoby Brissett is going to catch, or is going to throw a completed catch to the sideline there. And then they're calling a flag on the play too. Not entirely sure what that is. The Ravens player was mad though. Pass interference on the offense, so that's why he was mad. Yeah, they take that catch away from T. Higgins, so Bengals aren't going to get that. That sucks. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. I don't agree with the flag there. I mean, he kind of pushes off a little bit, but not much. Like Amari Cooper, by the way, on the catch and then eventual penalty. I don't agree with that. I think that's soft. That's soft. But then again, they call him so much on the defense. It's probably you can't just let offense run away with everything, right? You got to give them some corralling. All right, so Bengals and Browns are going to do a play at the exact same time. So we're going to pay attention to the Bengals. Joe Burrow drops back, shotgun formation, gets it to Hayden Hurst, who's got the first down. It's going to get it up to about the 8-yard line. And the Browns, I don't believe, picked up the first down. Might have gotten it. Jacoby Brissett, I guess, tried to run for a first down, doesn't get it. So the Browns are it's going to be 4th down. Let's see what happened here. Jacoby Brissett spins out of a tackle, tries to go get a first down, can't quite outrun Jason Oweh, and is not able to dive and get the first down. So it's going to be it's going to be a 56-yard field goal attempt for Cade York, who has not been super reliable this year. Talk about that here in a second. But Joe Burrow is under center, and he's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, who finds a hole in the middle. It'll be a flag on the Ravens, I think. So that might give the Browns a first down. But Joe Mixon gets the first down on the rush, or not the first down. He gets about 6 yards on the rush from the under center rush, by the way, which is not something that they're very good at doing right now. But okay, so there's a flag on the play. If it's on the Ravens, then it'll be a first down for the Browns. If it's on the Browns, that might knock them out of field goal range. So this is going to be this might be the game right here. Whoever the penalty's on. Maybe not, it's not the end of the game if the It's not the end of the game if it's on the Ravens, but if it's on the Browns, it might be the end of the game. Because you only have one timeout left. So you can't really stop the Ravens. You can if you get a 3 and out, but are you going to get a 3 and out? Probably not. False start on the Browns. All right, that probably not. Well, let's see. Okay, so it was a 56. So it would be a 61-yard field goal attempt. I think Cade York can hit it. It's just, is he reliable enough to do it? Let's see. Yeah, that was, yeah, you could probably argue that that was a false start on Jedrick Wills. All right, so it's going to be a 61-yard. They're going to try for the 61-yard field goal attempt. All right, God, I hope they get this. This would be his longest career field goal, by the way. He's hit from 58, never hit from 61. All right, and he's going to be kicking from right on the logo. Like, I mean, that's where the ball is going to be from, is right at the 50. All right, Cade York snaps up. Kick is up, and he shanked it. God. Yeah, that might have even been blocked. That was such a bad kick, it might have been blocked. Browns really just totally. That's such a Brown. If the Browns lose, that's such a Browns way to lose. And now you don't have the 2-minute warning either, because like that just used the 2-minute warning, so you have 2 timeouts left, and you got if you have to get a 3 and out, and even then you're only going to have like 30 seconds left. God, what a Browns. If the Browns lose, what a Browns way to lose. All right, back to the comments. Patriots, Bengals and Patriots are in weeks. Oh, we're playing in week 16. Joe Burrow in fantasy has 39.3 points. Yeah, because Joe Burrow. Gotta go. See you, bro. Have a nice day, bro. That's all we're doing right now is bro. All right. See you, Matthew. I hope you have a good day, my friend. Okay, so Bengals Patriots week 16. Nah, Patriots ain't gonna be clapping much, I don't think. All right. Pretty much just back to the Bengals game at this point. I'll keep an eye on the Ravens game, but Joe Burrow's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon. He goes nowhere. I think, actually loses about a yard on that play. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. And kind of losing my opportunity here, I think, for my scoreline. So, I mean, you never know. You never know. I mean, the Bengals could like score on this next play. So if they don't get it, they're going to take a field goal, right? But Bengals could score a touchdown on this next play. And then I would imagine the defense is going to be like, oh, yeah, take your touchdown. Go do it. Fine. Because you just have such an insurmountable lead at that point with like, at that point, it would be less than a minute left in the game. So I mean, let's go. Touchdown here, and then let the Falcons get a touchdown. That's what I want to see. Let's go. Touchdown here. Or even if not, like touchdown here and replicate that win you got last year, which was a 41-17 win. This year, I think it'd be 42-17. But I mean, you want to talk about like last year feeling like this year. This right here, dude, the Bengals offense, like figuring it out finally in week 6. And then in week 7 is when they explode. Week 7 is when they really turn it on. And so, I mean, just like, and especially with like how weird things were the earlier this year, the only difference is like week 1, you got the miracle fumble last year, and this year you didn't. Man, you want to talk about some comparisons. As Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, does not get the first down. Falcons are out of timeouts though, so I imagine the Bengals are fine with that. They gonna be 4th and 1, and is the offense staying on the field? They're not even gonna let Evan McPherson take his. Dude, fantasy owners are gonna be pissed if they don't. Are they gonna go for it? I guess I kind of see it. If you get a first down, game's basically over. If you get a touchdown, the game's over. I mean, the game's over anyway. Like, Bengals have a 17-point lead, and there's like 30 seconds left on the clock. So, game's over, basically. I don't think you physically could finish this game at this point. That's going to be a first down. Falcons jump off sides, but then they're going to give the Bengals a free first down on that play. Wow, dude. Wow. Hayden Hurst is laughing, too. Neutral zone infraction on the Falcons. God, you love to see it, man. So, yeah, that touchdown might be coming. That touchdown might be coming, man. 2nd and 12 on the Browns game, by the way. Like I said, if they get a 3 and out, it's not over. They could get like a big Jacoby Brissett throw and then a tying field goal. It could happen. All right. Yeah, Bengals aren't going to take the points. They're just going to kneel on it. And that is the end of the ball game, folks. The Bengals are back on track now, back over 500, 4-3. and still going to be tied with the Falcons or with the Ravens unless something crazy happens. We can switch over to that game real quick now that the Bengals game's over. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Switch over to the other game here. So Lamar Jackson takes the run, and the Browns are all over that one. I think he just gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So Ravens are just going to keep that clock running and probably going to run one more time. Browns probably are going to get the ball back with like 30 seconds left. And you never know. You never know. Cade York is, a talented kicker. I mean, he's not been super reliable this year, but I mean, he can hit stuff, dude. Like you get honestly, if he has another shot at that 61-yard field goal, he might make it. Honestly. Just got to get, Jacoby Brissett's got to get the fall down the field. And if you can do that, then you can send this to overtime. And I tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. If they go to overtime, there's a real chance because like the Ravens have lost a lot of momentum in this game. If they go to overtime, there's a real chance that the Browns can come away with a miracle win in this game. That Browns defense has been playing a lot better in the second half. Defense is actually Joe Woods. Thomas got a lot to say about Joe Woods, but he showed up this week. At least in the second half. So I mean, I'll tell you what though, if the Browns lose because of a false start on a kickoff or on a field goal, Thomas is not going to be a happy person. That is going to be a rough thing. I'm going to go ahead and change this banner, I think. See my social media stuff over here. All right, Lamar Jackson is going to hand the ball off. Browns are all over it. So he's going to lose about a yard. Ravens are going to have to punt the ball back to the Browns, and the Browns are probably going to have about 25, 30 seconds left, which, I mean, the way some of these offenses are in the NFL right now, man, there's a real chance that could be a good thing. So I'm going to change the banner here so we can keep up with that. All right. Ravens 23, Browns 20. Because the Bengals, if you're just joining us, Cincinnati Bengals won, and they're back over 500. And the Ravens took a timeout. Not entirely sure why. I mean, I guess they took a timeout to stop the clock, but I mean, really, honestly, just give yourself a little extra room to punt. Take the what do you call it? Take the the delay of game. If you take the delay of game, then you drain an extra second off the clock. And I mean, worst case scenario, you lose 5 yards, but that's okay. Although then again, maybe you're like, we don't want to give the Browns free yards if we can help it. All right. This is going to be Browns are there is a chance. Browns have no timeouts left and 24 seconds left. But if they can get a little lucky on the punt here, then there's a real chance they could go down. All they need is a field goal. Punt is away, and it's a good punt. It's not what you want to see. It is blocked. Oh my God. Number 11 there for the Browns was the returner. And that was an amazing punt that could have been down at the 1. Donovan Peoples-Jones, the returner. And he just blocked it, almost down by number 25 there for the Ravens. And Donovan Peoples-Jones just puts the smackdown on him, dude. Wow. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yeah, he might be my underrated player of the week this week on the Battle of Ohio podcast, which, by the way, you should check out if you want any Bengals and Browns content, which if the Browns, whether the Browns pull this off or not, might be an interesting thing to check out anyway. But wow. So, I mean, that's going to be a touchback at the 20-yard line, which I guess is still the way they do it with punts. But could have just gained 19 yards there with just the block into next week. All right. Jacoby Brissett's going to throw to Donovan Peoples-Jones for like a 2-yard gain. He gets out of bounds, but dude, you only have you got 12 seconds left. You got to take some shots here. You have got to take some shots here. You don't have, you can't take the short plays right now. You got to take some shots. Quick game, long routes. but like long outside routes so you can get like, you can pick up 10 yards, like 15 yards at a time. I mean, you got a whole field to go here. Jacoby Brissett's going to drop back. That clock's running. He's taking forever. He does throw, but he throws out of bounds. Jacoby Brissett, I don't know what you're doing right now. You've got like one play left. You've got one play left. You've got to go for it all now. You've got to go for it all right now. Because you got the ball at like the 23-yard line. Yeah, 23-yard line. You got to go for it all now. I don't know what you're thinking right now, throwing the ball away, wasting time like that. Like I mean, if you throw an interception right now, that's better than if you throw an interception right now, at least you tried. Because if you throw the ball away, then the game's over. All right, throw it. He's got it. Down. Oh, he fumbles. Donovan Peoples-Jones fumbles the ball. The Ravens recover, and that's the end of the game. Man, Jacoby Brissett gave him a chance. He found Donovan Peoples-Jones in the middle of the field, so the game might have been over anyway, but it's gonna be remembered as being over on a fumble by Donovan Peoples-Jones. But he threw it in the middle of the field, so game's over anyway. So I don't really know what Jacoby Brissett's decision making on that whole drive was just awful. Why would you throw to the middle of the field, even if you got 7 seconds left in the ball game? You throw to the middle of the field, even if he doesn't fumble, the clock's going to run out. And that's the thing. The Ravens don't even have time to come out and, I mean, maybe he was trying to get a touchdown, but like, why would you do that? Like, if you have if you take 6 seconds and throw the ball like deep out of bounds, not like out of bounds, like the guy gets out of bounds, and you could do that in like 6 seconds and possibly go get yourself a field goal to extend this game. But I mean, are you trying to are you trying to go and see if Donovan Peoples-Jones can go like get a big hit touchdown play at the end of the game? Like, I don't like that decision making at all. Jacoby Brissett is a terrible quarterback. Jacoby Brissett is awful, and like we should know that he's a backup quarterback. I guess for a backup quarterback, he's pretty good. But man, why would you do that? Why would you throw it in the middle of the field? Like, I mean, unless you get a miracle, the game's over. And I mean, if you can throw it outside, you know, like a 6 second developing route, you can get some extra yards. And I mean, I know it'd be a long shot, but you might have a better chance of making something like that happen than trying to like go get a touchdown in the middle of the field. I don't like that decision at all by Jacoby Brissett. It might be a bad decision by Kevin Stefanski. I don't know, but that's pretty much all we got left as far as games. So the Bengals remain in second place in the AFC North via tiebreaker. Although, hey, we are back. What are we doing? There's the comments. We are back to over 500. So, you know, trying to still win that AFC North, trying to come back and take advantage of the Ravens, who are not exactly like, you know, the most complete team in the world right now. Oh, dude, Packers are probably going to lose to the Commanders. Oh, no. Let's see how – let's finish up that game. How about that? Do kind of like an NFL red zone, because we still got somebody watching right now. We got one person watching. Whoever you are, put a comment in the box. But, yeah, doesn't turn out exactly the way the Bengals want it, but it's okay because the Bengals are really starting to get going now. And Bengals look really good. It's you. I thought you had to go, Matthew. You said I got to go. You know, have a good day. I thought you had to go. But anyway, we're going to put on, you know, Packers football team. We're going to put on Packers football team here and see what we can do. I know you're the one person, but I thought you had, so I guess you don't have to go. Okay. All right. So we're going to do what we did last week, and probably going forward, we're just going to go watch the other games that are finishing up. So all we got right now is Giants, Jaguars, and Packers, Commanders. And honestly, I'm just curious to see if the Packers can figure this out, which they can't right now because Aaron Rodgers was not able to get the pass off to A.J. Dillon. There is a flag on the play, though. Now, Aaron Rodgers is saying it's on the Commanders because he's staying on the field. So that'll probably give the Packers a first down. Illegal contact? Is that it? Looked like the motion for illegal block in the back, like this. Let's see. Good for the Packers though, if that, because that would have been a good stop by the Commanders. Okay, so illegal hands to the face. That's what it was. I think it was the Commanders player there got his face up in the face mask of John Ryan. You can't do that. So that gives the Packers a free first down. Although the way their offense is going right now, I mean the Packers, if the Packers don't get a touchdown on this drive, I don't know. I guess they could get a field because you need a field goal. You need a touchdown and a field goal. So, I mean, I guess if you go get a field goal, you're still technically in it. But, yikes. Aaron Rodgers going to take the shotgun snap, falls back, shoots, got it out to Robert Tonyan, about a 4 or 5 yard pickup. Keeps the clock running, though. So, I mean, like, Commanders, I think, like, just try to run that clock out. That's what you really want. It's only you and me want to talk. I mean, you can talk if you want. As always, put the streams up. But I'm here to watch football. I'm going to watch football. All right, Aaron Rodgers. But if you want to talk, way too high, overthrows his receiver. But yeah, I mean, if you want to talk, Matthew, go ahead and say stuff. But I'm gonna keep watching this game. So I mean, we're gonna be doing both. There is a flag on the play, and I think it might be roughing the passer on Aaron Rodgers because that was a bit of a late hit that he took. I mean, it wasn't late, but the way they've been calling roughing the passer lately, you could it wouldn't be surprising if they called that a late hit. Or even just like, a mean hit or anything like that. Robert Tonyan was mad too. I wonder he was arguing that there was like pass interference or something. And if he's going to argue that, then his knee is swollen. Like he just cut a wrap off of his leg, and that knee is swollen, man. Yeah, I think might end up being holding on the Commanders there, because Robert Tonyan's mad and he's looking for a flag, and so I think that probably would have connected if it had been for the holding on that play. Hell, that might actually end up being pass interference. So yeah, it is going to be on the Commanders. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers. Okay, Matthew, you're 11 years old. Stop. Stop with that. Like you're 11 years old. I'm not comfortable with you talking like that at all. Stop. You're 11. All right, Aaron Rodgers, shotgun snap. He's going to throw. And it's caught. I think that's a touchdown. Packers, I think, got the touchdown. That was an incredible catch there by Aaron Jones. Good throw by Aaron Rodgers and really good catch there by Aaron Jones. So this game's not over. Packers defense is going to need to come up clutch because, if Washington can get a couple first downs, then they can just run out the clock. But the Packers have a real chance to get this here. So let's see if they can make it work. Okay. I'm sorry. It was the winky face, and then you said you know what I mean. So, but yeah, you want to talk about football? Let's talk about football. Patriots Bengals. Yeah, but you put winky faces. Like stop. Like you know what you're doing. Patriots Bengals, man. I mean, first of all, that's week 16. So I mean, what's there to really talk about right now? The Bengals offense is really explosive. The Patriots aren't that good right now. So, I mean, if they were to play this week, I would say the Bengals will blow them out. But I mean, who knows? Maybe the Patriots will be a better team by week 16. I don't know, but that's how I feel about the Bengals and Patriots right now. Like I'm circling that game as a win right now based on things that are currently going on. No offense to the Patriots fans, which apparently there are multiple of you on my channel, but no offense to the Patriots fans, but I don't really believe in them this year. All right, so Packers. Now down by 2 points, and they can go win it with a field goal. But crucially, the Commanders can run the clock out if they can go on a sustained drive here. So, I mean, you never know. And also, the Packers have had some trouble moving the ball this week, so it could also be the fact that they get the ball back, and then the Commanders' defense just comes in clutch. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Jaguars-Giants is the other game that's going on right now. Jets-Broncos has already started, apparently, and so is Texans-Raiders. Nothing going on in those games yet, but Giants are currently nursing a 20-17 lead over the Jaguars. So Jaguars got a little bit behind, but they're starting to make a little bit of a comeback. So Jaguars got ahead at 8-7 in the first quarter, and then ended up falling a little behind. But wait a minute, how does that make any sense? They're saying the Jaguars scored 8 in the first quarter, 8 plus 3 plus 6. That's 17. And then 7 plus. Okay, so the Giants scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter. That's what I'm not seeing. All right. Let's see if we can get that Giants game on real quick. Just because it's the only other thing left to do here, right? Nick Chubb almost runs into Mario and Luigi. I guess there was a Mario and Luigi at the Ravens game. See if that's funny enough, I might clip that out and put it up on the stream here. All right. So what was that? Giants and Jaguars, right? Which is not coming up on my feed. Here we go. Giants, Jaguars. Although we are back at the Packers-Commanders game, though, so. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's in pain, too. Really relieved after that touchdown. Wonder if there's something going on with him. Got his thumb taped up. And look around for something around the bench area, but all right, so the score is 23-21 with the Washington Commanders nursing a 2-point lead. Now, a decent offensive performance on this next drive with Taylor Heineke. You could see he's been making some plays today. Decent offensive drive here, or even a field goal. Could be really, really big. You know, just got to get some sort of offense going. You don't even really need a field goal. Just, if you can either, try to run the clock out, or you can try to go for a field goal or something like that. But, Commanders have an opportunity here for something. Pull off a really big upset here. Nuts, man. You got two men in the backfield right there with Carson Wentz. Taylor Heineke. Shotgun formation. He's going to hand the ball off. Going to go push forward for about 4 yards. So that's good. Like I said, the Commanders, what they really want to do right now is they want to run the clock. And that's Brian Robinson Jr., I believe, on the run. But Commanders, what they really want to do is run the clock. The Stupid Seal, great name. Got 303, 302, 301, 300 left in the game. So that's how much time is left in the game. By the way, Stupid Seal. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Like the video if you can, but we put out content all the time. I don't recognize you. But you might already be. If you're already a subscriber, then welcome. As Taylor Heineke throws it to Terry McLaurin, I believe, who really kind of like tightropes that sideline, and tightropes that sideline, manages to not go out of bounds, keeps the clock moving on the first down. So, that's huge for the Commanders, man. That is huge. Like I said, a couple first downs, and they can really just run the clock out. Once the Packers start needing to take timeouts, it's really just going to be about, does he step out, though? He might have stepped out. Although the Packers took a timeout, so I guess he didn't step out. Packers are going to take their first timeout. They're going to have the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts. So really just I'd say another like 3 first downs, and the Commanders have got the win here. Another 3 first downs. Sub came from that Tom Grossi raid a while back. Awesome, man. Glad to see you coming and hanging out and stuff. Tom Grossi's my boy. Apparently, I'm Andy Dalton's son. That's just what it is. But we're going to be here as much as we possibly can. Taylor Heineke is going to throw the ball out for about a 1-yard catch, but keeps the clock moving. That's really, I think, what they want. I think the Packers are taking another timeout here. Not sure what that's about. Yep, Packers took another timeout. But yeah, stupid seal. Welcome back to the channel, my friend. You love to see people coming back. It's Commanders game. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this score up because people keep asking me to do it. I'm not very good at keeping up with it right now. I gotta, dude. Seal. Do you know how Tom Grossi does like the banner thing at the top where he like has the dynamic banner that changes on StreamYard? Do you happen to know how he does that? Because I keep having people asking me to keep up with the score, and that would be a way to do it. I don't know how to get like a dynamic overlay on StreamYard. All right, Taylor Heineke is going to fake a handoff. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to run it himself, but he gets like met in the backfield, gets out of a tackle, but still loses about 2 yards on the play. So. All right, so this is going to be this is a crucial third down here. Packers just took their final timeout, and they're going to have the 2-minute warning. So the Packers will have a full 2 minutes. If the Packers can get off the field here, they're going to have just about a full 2 minutes. They're going to have like 1 minute and 57 seconds left to try to go down the field and get a game-winning field goal. If the Commanders can get a first down, then that's pretty much going to be it. So this is the game right here. I mean, unless they go for it on fourth down, which they probably won't. But this very well could be the game right here. We got the banner up finally. Good win by Cincinnati today. Gave Atlanta the old Yeller treatment. Without, even with this loss, I think Atlanta. Yeah, dude, Atlanta's good, man. Like, the NFC South, I think, is a little underrated. As Taylor Heineke's in shotgun formation, empty shotgun formation, throws, and it's caught! Caught by Terry McLaurin on the sideline. That's going to be a first down for the Commanders. I don't think he stayed in bounds, but it doesn't matter because I think they can pretty much just run out the clock now. Well, actually, no, they're going to have to get another first down because got out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. So that'll just about do it. It's barring like a turnover, the Packers are, at best going to have like 30 seconds left to try to do something. But yeah, I think the NFC South generally is underrated. Obviously, the Panthers aren't good. Although they've been doing a little bit better lately. So, what happened with their game today? Like, I know they were doing something. They beat the Buccaneers 21-3. I think the Buccaneers just might be collapsing. So the Panthers might be a little bit better than the worst team in the league right now. And then the Falcons, I think, are a decent team. They're right on the cusp of being a playoff contender, I think. The Saints are also right on the cusp of being a playoff contender. And then you got the Buccaneers who are they've been doing badly the last 2 weeks, but I just think that means they're not Super Bowl contenders right now. But they're still a really talented team. So I think the NFC South, honestly, is hella underrated. All right, man. I'll tell you one thing, stupid Seal. If you're watching right now, I love having you. I almost want to say Tom Grossi might be the better stream to be watching right now. He's got to be having an anxiety attack, right? But if you want to stay here, I'm not going to try to push you away. I'm just trying to be honest. All right, Commanders are going to hand the ball off there. Brian Robinson doesn't get much, but all they want to do is just keep that clock running. So that's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning, and the Commanders can pretty much run almost all of the clock left. So they got 1 down, 2 down. So they got 2 more downs that they can keep the clock running, and that'll drain off about what would it be? That'll drain off about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So at best, the Packers might have 40 seconds left to go down. And do something, which they can totally do. Aaron Rodgers is obviously capable of, doing something like that, but it's going to really come down to crunch time. So it's the defense has, if the Commanders can pick up a first down, game's over. If the Commanders can pick up a first down, game is over. Now, they could theoretically go for a field goal where they're at, and then that would basically just force the Packers. The Packers would be forced to go get a the Packers could still win with a touchdown, but they couldn't win with a field goal. So the Commanders do have the ball at the Green Bay 43-yard line, so that's within very long field goal range. But they probably could get it. You out here, Matthew? All right, man. I don't know if you're actually out of here this time because you keep saying that a lot and then you don't leave. But if you are out of here, see you around. Don't forget to come back for the Sunday night football stream later tonight. Who is playing? Hopefully it's good. It's Steelers Dolphins. So y'all definitely get some good reactions out of me because I don't care how good or bad the Steelers are. I'll always root against them. And I kind of like the Dolphins. I didn't like the Brian Flores Dolphins at all. I found them annoying, mostly because I feel like people overrated the hell out of them. Like people acted like, oh, they're like, they could be like, like a Super Bowl team in a year or two. And I was like, I don't know if I agree with that. That's weird. Like I don't think the Dolphins ever were at that point where people were acting like, oh yeah, they might do something, but I don't think they were ever going to be like that. And I know everybody was really surprised when Brian Flores got fired, but I think it was more than just them trying to cover up some weird stuff. I think Brian Flores honestly just was not that great of a head coach. I think he underachieved a lot. Like the Dolphins had a lot of potential, and they just never really realized that potential with him. So, they were good, right? But they were never great, and they could have been great. Mike McDaniel's very likable. Tua Tagovailoa is likable. I like this era of the Dolphins a lot better. All right, Taylor Heineke is going to hand the ball off to Brian Robinson again, who's going to move forward. He's not going to pick up a first down, though. That was 2nd and 9. I thought it was 3rd down. I swear I thought that was 3rd down. But anyway, it's going to be 3rd and 3. I knew that was 2nd down because I was talking about they have 2 more plays and they can run a minute and a half off the clock and stuff. So, but that's a good run. That sets you up for 3rd and 3, and you could go win the ball game. You could go win the ball game, and actually, I think that sets them up in field goal range. So either way, that was a crucial run right there. So they got the ball at the 37-yard line, so they could probably get a field goal even if they don't get a first down here. Make it really tough on the Packers. But anyway, Taylor Heineke is going to hand the ball off to Brian Robinson once again, who is going to get stuffed in the backfield. Doesn't really lose any yardage, but doesn't go anywhere. So the Packers defense does hold. I imagine the Commanders are going to come out for a field goal here, though. They're going to run that clock all the way down as far as they can take it, probably to about 30 seconds, or maybe 20 seconds. The way that's kind of offset, yeah, probably about 29 seconds is what they're going to take it to, and they're going to show that they're going to go for it. I think they're probably just going to try to draw them off sides here, though. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. They got a timeout. They're just going to run it all the way down and see if they can draw the Packers off sides. Yeah, that's what's going on. So Taylor Heineke just walks away. And are they taking a delay of game or did they take a timeout? Delay of game is a really weird decision. Flag. Did they take a delay of game? Dude, you have a timeout and you're in field goal range. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you take a delay of game there? Why on earth would you take a delay of game there? That's so stupid. It's still a hittable field goal. You could still make this field goal unless you're going to punt. I don't know if I agree with punting though. I think you try to eat 29 seconds. They are going to punt. What? Why are they punting? What? Dude, oh my God, if Aaron Rodgers goes and beats you with a field goal, you better count your days, Ron Rivera. All right, it's going to be fair caught at the 18-yard line. Packers are going to have a whole 23 seconds to get in field goal range and win this game. They don't have any timeouts, but they can get out of bounds, I mean, they have time to like get a big, like they can go over the middle of the field, spike it, and still have time for like another couple plays. Like that's so, why on earth would you, why would you not take the field goal? That's so stupid. That is so stupid. Why are you, I mean, and you maybe gained, like if you take the field goal and missed, then that's only really about a difference of about 16 yards. It wasn't even really all that good of a punt. Aaron Rodgers is going to roll back, try to find time, finds a man, and it's almost intercepted, but it's caught, and this is exactly what I was talking about. All right, 11 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds left. So the Packers kneel down on it at the 45-yard line. They're not going to be able to go for a field goal. They're going to have to go for a Hail Mary catch here. 5 seconds. I was yelling at Jacoby Brissett for the 7 seconds that he had. But 5 seconds probably, you've got time for one play here. I mean, like, you know, if you had a timeout, maybe time for 2 plays, but you don't have enough time to get it to the sideline. So this they're going to have to go for a Hail Mary here. And Aaron Rodgers has done it before. But I mean, this is huge. Like, you know, give them, if you're the Commanders, you don't even defend the middle of the field. Who cares? All right, Aaron Rodgers, well, never mind. Maybe you do defend the middle of the field because he dumps it off quickly to Robert Tonyan, who's going to try to lateral to number 8, who's going to also lateral to the ground to number 50, who's going to lateral to number 83, who basically has nowhere to go with it. But he's running somewhere. He's getting good blocking. He's going to lateral to Aaron Rodgers, who is going to throw, and it's going to be over. Packers lose. There is a flag on the play. I don't know what the flag is. So Aaron Rodgers, the one guy with a good arm, is not able to make a successful pass. But there is a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is. I'd imagine it's going to be on the Packers because there's probably some holding or something going on. Packers are coming out onto the field, so I would imagine that's probably on the Packers. So the Packers are going to lose to the Washington Commanders, and it is a flag on the offense. So the Packers are going to lose to the Washington Commanders. That is 3 games lost. That is a 3-game losing streak for the Packers, who have lost 3 games to teams that were just absolute trash last year. Now, granted, the Giants are good. The Jets are good. The Commanders, however, are not good. So the Packers I don't know what's up with the Packers right now, but the Packers are currently not even acting like a playoff team. But then again, I mean, the Bengals did that last year and they ended up fine. So I imagine Tom Grossi is freaking out right now. It's going to be fine. Giants are pretty much putting the Jaguars away at this point. Although, actually, that game's still going on. The Jaguars have the ball. So let's see if we can get back to that game real quick. I cannot believe that the Packers really lost to the Commanders, though. I was kind of joking when I think I called that my big upset of the week. I was kind of joking, but it happened. Like, man, what? All right, let's get to this Giants-Jaguars game real quick. All right, so there's 32 seconds left on the ball game. Jaguars do have the ball. They're trying to go they're down 23-17. So they need a touchdown. I think a touchdown wins the game. So if they can get a touchdown and an extra point wins the game. So it's 2nd and 15 on the 40. Jaguars are out of timeouts, but they do have 32 seconds, so there's a chance. All right, Trevor Lawrence, middle of the field, dropped by Marvin Jones. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 15. Game's basically over if the Jaguars can't get the ball down the field here. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Marvin Jones, man, like he's what a Cincinnati legend right there, Marvin Jones. But I'm unable to come down with it there. I would have loved to see him take that one to the house. Just because I got some mad love for Marvin Jones, man. Even though he left us for the Lions, like I still got some mad love for Marvin Jones. All right, Jaguars are taking their sweet time here. But the Giants took a timeout. That's why. So the Giants took a timeout on 3rd and 15. Kayvon Thibodeau is sitting on the ground. Doesn't appear to be hurt. Might have just been dehydrated. Quincy Roche goes over to help him up with the trainer. Don Wink Martindale. And that dude likes to that dude, I got to give him credit for doing a good job with the Giants this year. But that dude likes to talk some trash and then do nothing with that trash talking. So, oh, man. Anything interesting going on in the PM games? Nothing? No. Raiders got a field goal, but they're playing the Texans, so literally, who cares? Oh, man. Got 2 people watching right now, which is interesting. Like, Bengals game's long over, so if somebody came and watched, like, all I'm doing right now is just kind of watching the end of the 1 p.m. games as Trevor Lawrence is going to throw to number 13, who's going to then throw across the field to Travis Etienne. And that looked like it was supposed to be a really cool, interesting, one of those cool, like, trick plays or whatever, but Etienne just can't catch it. So that just looks stupid. He just looks stupid doing that. Like, when trick plays blow up in your face, you look stupid. When trick plays work, you look like a genius. But that one just made you look stupid. Was that Marvin Jones? No, he's 11. Who's number 13? I don't know who number 13 is. Marvin Jones should have been the guy, though, because Marvin Jones can throw it. I can personally attest to that one. I've seen him do it. But instead it was number 13, who I'm not entirely sure who that is. It's like 7's Chenault, right? Like Laviska Chenault is number 7. Marvin Jones is number 11. 17, I think that's Evan Ingram, right? So number 11, looks like we got another timeout from the Giants, so I think I have a second to look this up. Evan Ingram going up against his former team, the New York Giants, the team that drafted him and then didn't believe in him enough to keep him around. All right, so who was that? Number 13, Christian Kirk. That would explain why I was not familiar with who that was, because I'm not familiar with seeing Christian Kirk in a Jaguars uniform. Just haven't watched their games this year. So that's weird and new to me, but I'll probably remember that now. All right, Trevor Lawrence is an empty formation in the backfield. He's going to roll back. He's going to throw. It's caught. Middle of the field. And that is going to be a wet hell of a first down, Marvin Jones. Jaguars got to run up and spike this, though. Flag. There's a flag on the play. That's going to stop the clock, whichever one it is. Wonder what the flag is. If the flag's on the Giants, that's nightmarish, dude. If the flag's on the Giants, that not only stops the clock, but it's going to give the Jaguars some free yards and probably give them a chance to take like maybe 2 shots at the end zone. Man, if Jaguars get a touchdown and convert the extra point, they win. So, man, what could potentially be a hell of an end to this game, depending on who this flag is on. Camera's panning to the Giants, though, so I'm thinking it's probably on the Giants, which is massive. They didn't say what the flag was. Don't know what the flag was. But it's still 1st and 10 for the Jaguars, so I imagine that means – let's see if I can find the ESPN box score real quick. If I can find that, I can probably – they've probably already said what the flag is. Okay, box score. Trevor Lawrence is in empty formation, as we're going to try to look this up. He's going to try for it all. He's got it. Gets a hand on it. Gets a hand on it and drops it. Number 7, which that says Jones. So is Marvin Jones number 7? Who's number 11? Now, Marvin Jones is number 11, and Zay Jones is number 7. Okay, I thought that was So who's Laviska Shenault? Is he even on the Jaguars anymore? Am I stupid? Is Laviska Shenault no longer a Jaguar? Am I just making that up in my head? All right, so you got 12 seconds left. So the Jaguars are actually going to have a couple shots at the end zone here. All right, so that penalty was roughing the passer on the Giants, by the way. All right, Lawrence is going to try to throw, and it's going to be way too high for Marvin Jones. There's nothing there. You got 7 seconds left. You probably got time for 2 more attempts, and that works out because you have 2 more downs. So it's going to be basically just going to be a practice drill on trying to throw a 20-yard touchdown is what we got going on here. So let's see if the Jaguars can pull it off. That'd be awesome to see, like just because like the Jaguars doing something cool, like. I've always liked the Jaguars. The Jaguars have always kind of been like, my pet second favorite team. outside of the Broncos when I was a kid. But, as I got older, I kind of liked the Jaguars a little bit. Trevor Lawrence is going to throw. It's caught. Down. It's going to be, he didn't get touchdown, though, and that's going to run out the clock. It's down to the 1. That's game's over. Oh, man, he had it. And he just was not able to get into the end zone. Giants do an amazing job of covering that up after the catch, and that's going to be all she wrote. Man, all right, Trevor, let's see on the replay here, because he gets real close, but I don't think he gets in. Yeah, no, he's like a full yard short of the end zone there. Oh man, they almost had that, dude. They were a yard away from winning that game. They were a yard away from potentially winning that game. As Christian Kirk almost had the miracle, like the miracle catch. And Trevor Lawrence is just distraught, as he should be. That sucks, dude. Man, that's just so rough. Oh, God. Oh, my God. You hate to see it. You just hate to see it happen like that. Still got this Commanders banner up, but we're done with that. We're just going to put that away. Anyway, that's all we got. That's all of the 1 p.m. games, guys. Coming off of the Bengals defeating the Atlanta Falcons and going over 500 for the first time this year. Bengals finished the game 35-17. So my score prediction was not correct. However, my margin, the difference in the game, I was correct that it was going to be a 17-point win for the Cincinnati Bengals. Or actually, do I have that as an 18-point win? Either way, my margin of victory was pretty much spot on. I just thought that there was going to be a little bit more of a push at the end of the game. Like from, possibly both teams. The Bengals offense was moving. They had the opportunity. The Bengals had the opportunity to get the 42 points. The Bengals were right there, but Joe Burrow knelt on it. And I mean, as you should. You should just go for the win. Don't go for the points. But because honestly, nothing can really happen there. Because if let's say you fumble, or you turn the ball over, and then they return it all the way for a touchdown, the game's still over. So I mean, it's not like they're probably just being good sports, right? Kneeling the ball and taking the win, and you do like to see that to some extent. Man, what a game though. 155 receiving yards for Tyler Boyd, 130 receiving yards for Jamar Chase, but the big number, 481 yards passing for Joe Burrow with 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Did take 3 sacks on the day, but that's okay because everything else worked out great. 138.2 quarterback rating. Jamar Chase, after being worried that he went down with an injury, was fine. Haven't heard about Trey Hendrickson. A little curious to see what's going on with that. We're going to head out here in a second, but let's see. Don't know. Trey Hendrickson left the game with a neck injury. That's not good. And he didn't come back, I don't think. So that's not great. I thought I saw him back in the game later, but maybe not. Zach Taylor says, I don't know yet. We will get more information and we'll have a better answer when we do. So the big issue is that you potentially, like Trey Hendrickson injured, and you already have a ton of injuries on defense. So I mean, I guess if you're ever going to have injuries on defense, might as well be in this stretch of the season where we have, I don't want to ever call any NFL game easy, but I mean, next games, we got the Browns, Panthers, Steelers, Titans up next. And none of those teams are good right now. So, I mean, if you're ever going to have injuries happen, might as well have them happen during the stretch of the season where it's going to be, not as difficult. But at the same time, you just don't know what's going on. Bengals are remain in second place in the AFC, and they would have remained in second place anyway. But Bengals are in second place in the AFC North, unfortunately not able to get into first place because Baltimore is able to hold the Browns off, and the Browns lose in one of the most Browns ways I've ever seen in my life before. Get themselves out of field goal range with the false start, and then they can't go tie the game. And then Jacoby Brissett just decides to throw in the middle of the field and not take the opportunity to get to the end zone, or not even get to the end zone. All you need is a field goal. So get out of bounds, throw the ball to people out of bounds. And if you don't hit them, you don't hit them, but at least try. I mean, I think I get the mentality. The mentality is you try to like you know they're going to leave the middle of the field open for you, so you try to see if maybe you can like luck out on like, you know, a big running touchdown or something like that. But you have the opportunity to, you know, just get like, you know, you got like 20 something seconds left in the at the end of the game. Throw the ball to people so they can get out of bounds, gain some yards, give yourself another opportunity at that field goal. Just a lot of stupid decisions there by the Browns at the end of that game. I'm not going to bitch too hard though, because I'm not going to bitch too hard because the Bengals are over 500, and there's a real chance that they could go take this division back. I mean, we do play the Ravens again later this year. And not to mention the Ravens are not that good. So, I mean, we could honestly just take this division back by default. Just like from the Ravens losing, and then the Bengals, if the Bengals can just keep winning. I mean, it does get a little tough at the end of the year. You've got Chiefs. I mean, really, you got Chiefs, Buccaneers, and Bills all within like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like a 5-week period at the end of the year where it's really, that's going to be the playoff push, and you play the Chiefs, Buccaneers, and Bills. So that's going to be tough. But yeah, I think I'm just rambling at this point. Nobody's even watching anymore. The viewer count went down to 0. So that's all we got for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. For all the new people who showed up, thanks for giving my channel a chance, and I appreciate you subscribing and liking, and for all the people who came from the Tom Grossi raid who are continuing to watch my streams, that's awesome. Especially by the way, a shout out to Stupid Seal, or the Stupid Seal, who came over to my channel. Let's see, where if I can, yeah. This guy came over to my channel, like he's a Tom Grossi subscriber, found me during the raid, and then proceeded to come watch my channel while Tom Grossi's probably having a meltdown over the Steelers losing to the Commanders. Like honestly, like the guy to watch in that scenario is Tom Grossi. I appreciate you coming to my channel though. Like that makes me feel good that there's something worth watching here, right? But you know, like I said, got content coming out 5 days a week, trying to get to 6 at some point. I need to have the idea strike me for like, you know, another. I wanted to try to do something creative, right? But like, I mean, I don't want to just do what Tom Grossi does, right? I don't want to just like, you know, do like reactions or like, you know, play characters for like reactions and stuff like that. See if I can try to find something creative, maybe something that involves Madden. I don't know. But either way, we're going to figure it out. I appreciate y'all showing up for this stream, and yeah, Bengals back above 500, and the playoffs are, you know, totally back within reach. That 0-2 start starting to look like, you know, hey, you know, shit happens, right? But they got it together, and it all works out, man. Bengals are doing a lot better, making me feel a lot better now. So I'm going to stop rambling, and I am going to finish this one as I always do, win or lose. But they won this week, so it works out. I'll leave y'all, as always, with a hootie!